How many people do you see in this room right now? If I asked you, Jim, how many people do you see in this room? 75? Dave, how many people do you see in this room? 85? Lori, how many people do you see in the room? 100. I see thousands. Dave, how big is your network?
Thousands.
Thousands? You hear that? Do any of you see the thousands of people sitting in this seat? I do. And I understand that. You need to understand that. Yes, and you're never just meeting Dennis. You're meeting Dennis, his family, his friends, everyone who does business with him. And if you ever, there's one of the great things I know about Dennis, you are a great gatekeeper. Right? No one is getting to your network without getting past you. Without getting past your security, without getting past your checkpoint, without getting the stamp of approval. And if you expect anyone in this room to put their stamp of approval on you, you better be impressing the hell out of them. And that's bringing energy, being sincere, and all those things that I talk about as far as building those relationships, because here's one of those things that people see through. It's sincerity. If you're coming up to somebody and you're trying to schmooze them, boy, you can tell that, can't you, Dennis? We all think we have that ability, right? And we trust that instinct. We trust that first impression. Which is why, how much time do I have left? I once was speaking at a medical college and they said, you have an hour, and they filled this room with people. They said, you have an hour. And I said, well, I have a lot more material. She goes, you have 1 hour. And after I was speaking for an hour, I turned around and it seemed like 10 minutes. I go, and with that, I have to stop. And she came up and she goes, keep going, we cancel classes for the rest of the day. Thank you. First impressions are so important. You have 5 seconds to make that first great impression. So when I tell people when you're meeting, I have an hour and 15-minute lecture on just how to say hello to someone because it's that important. To remember to be bringing the energy, the eye contact, the firm handshake. And gentlemen, and I would say to ladies too, when you meet someone, stand to meet them. That speaks really highly of you. And I spoke to a couple people today when I went up and I shook their hands and they didn't stand. And I brought it to their attention. And I noticed later on that the next person that came up to meet them, they stood to meet them. Great. I want you to be perceived in a positive way. I want you to succeed.